Now, tropical cannas. Now, there really is a nice plant, and a plant that's been developed. I mean, a few years ago when I was planting them in a border, big exotic leaves, a bit like a rubber palm, and the flowers are beautiful, vibrant colours, obviously, to stand out in the areas that they grow. But the dwarfer ones now that they've developed grow to about 60 centimetres and are beautiful things and great in pots. Now, this is what they come like, a bit like a bulb of ginger, really knobbly and fairly ugly, but at least you know which way to plant it up. Obviously these dried out desiccated bits of the roots, and sometimes even in the bags you'll find that they're starting to go green there in the growing tips, and it really couldn't be easier. Now, a few crocks in the bottom of your pot just to help the drainage so it doesn't get waterlogged. Then a nice multi-purpose compost. Nothing too difficult, nothing too clever. Any compost will do. The manufacturers will tell you that theirs is the only one to use, but they're all much the same, to be honest. A good bed of multi-purpose compost, and then for the bulb itself, just tease these out. If you wanted to soak them a bit, you can. It won't do any harm. Now, all that does is push into the compost like that. If it is starting to grow and you see the growing tips, don't cover them over, but otherwise put that in, just a nice thin layer of compost on the top, and it really is as simple as that. Now, the thing about cannas is, because they come from South America, they flower later on, and what you want them to do is to flower during our summer period. So you start them off in a warm greenhouse on a window ledge somewhere, just nice and warm with damp compost, and you'll get a good growth of flower out. Once these start off, they grow fairly quickly and you get a lot of foliage. Keep them nice and moist. They do like water, they hate being dried out. So keep them well moist and you'll get the foliage out. And as soon as the frosts are over, end of May time, you can put these out either on your patio in the pot. I mean, what I tend to do is put them in the border. They dig a small depression and hide them with other foliage, and what you see is these lovely exotic leaves, and then these beautiful vibrant flowers come out. Now, in the dwarf varieties, all these grow to about 60 centimetres. There's a two-tone called Cleopatra, red and yellow, Delibab, burnt orange, Louise Cotton, yellow purple leaved, Lucifer, now there's a name to conjure with, red and yellow, Perkio, pink. I'd like to meet some of the people that think these names up, but you can still get the taller ones. Angelique, salmon pink. Now, these grow a bit taller, but are still equally as beautiful. Semaphore, a vibrant yellow one, and Triumph, a stunning red. But whichever, dwarf or large growing, I tell you what, they're all beautiful. And they really are a wonderful plant. And if you treat them much like a dahlia, so you can actually bring them in when the first frosts arrive, cut them down, keep them frost free, they'll be fine for next year and start them off in exactly the same way. But they really are a beautiful plant and well worth growing for your patio and for your borders.